Alright, me babbers, Bristolian Kiwi here. Today, with my son, who's on the camera at the moment, we're going to be heading over that direction. In that bush somewhere over there is the Huia gravesite of 3 people. So we'll take you on a little wander through, but as you can see, what a fantastic view we got here in Huia Bay itself. Gorgeous. So when we get there, we'll get another location as we get there. We'll do another bit of filming. See you in a minute, guys. Ready? Right. Well, we finally located it. This is the lonely spot for young Nicholas Horn, who passed away in 1871, 4.5 years old. He drowned down at Huia Creek, which will later we'll try and locate because I think it's gone now. Also buried here, but they have unknown graves. We got Samuel Parks and William Bradford. They were 2 bushmen that were here, but their graves are not marked. So they're also buried in this area. We don't know where, but they're here. But yeah, this is it. And the headstone is made out of kauri. There he is. Well, we've had a look around Nicholas's grave itself. There's a few boulders and unusual shaped stones along here. It could have been the boundaries at some point for some graves, but you know, it's only speculation. But yeah, so there's 3 of them buried up here. Hello, Nicholas Horn. My name's Bristolian Kiwi, or Ian. I'm just wondering if you're here with us today in this lonely, although beautiful place. Obviously, you may not get many visitors. Beautiful day this is. Well, we've come to what used to be the old wharf at Huia, as I'm assuming there's nothing much left of it now. But this is, so say, where Nicholas Horn drowned. Well, I can't be 100% for sure because everything's changed since his day. But yeah, the remains of the wharf, I think, were here as it was. There's the stream over there, the stream and the creek, which is here. And yeah, there's only remains of the old wharf from the 1900s, which I think was built in 1909. But yeah, the old wharf I think used to be this area here, where poor Nicholas Horn drowned with his toy wooden wheelbarrow. Alright, me babbers, we're at the final location. This is where Thomas Horn used to work. This is the mill. Everything used to come down from kauri trees up above. You can come down stream along, or the river along here, which we'll show you in a minute. And then the logs were laid into planks, and they were shipped down to Auckland and Manukau from here. So we're going up to where the mill used to be. Okay, this location we're in now is roughly where the people who worked at the mill, their accommodation used to be the cottages. We got some things left over from the mill here. This is what it's used. Example of what was brought down is Freeman's Bay timber yard, which you can see here, but it's more or less the same sort of thing. There's what it used to look like. Niagara Falls, because of the big wheel, the water came down, and the mill was the other side of here, which we'll go and show you in a minute. And he worked here at the time of his son's death. So anyway, what we'll do now is we'll walk over towards where the mill itself, and we'll show you where that is. Okay, where we're at now is basically the creek main of the dam. There's a dam up further on up, and a wooden trellisway, a wooden flume I call it, would come down here with the water coming down with a big wheel, and the mill itself was on that side, which is now gone. I'm not quite sure how much is left, but a lot of it's marsh. It's quite tricky to get over there. But anyway, they cut the kauri, it was cut down, then they make them into planks, and then it would be shipped out all up to Manukau, which is over that way, where we're pointing now. So yeah, but this is why I say this is a connection from Nicholas Horn. His father worked here and also had a connection with an accident that happened here while Thomas was working here. He was in charge with taking to rescue logs that had floated out into the estuary. So a group of the workforce he'd asked to go got into a whaling boat, went out, and one of them got into trouble, tried to stand on one of the logs that was out there and fell in, and then he disappeared. More people arrived. They went out, dragged it with grappling hooks, and found his body 3 hours later, and he was taken down to Ongi, where he's buried down there. So yeah, it's a tragic event for also Thomas, another drowning before his son did. So anyway, that's it. That's the first video I put in. Hopefully it does all right. Aspects to hauntings around here, couldn't really tell you about this area here. None that was being mentioned. Whether or not the ghost of Nicholas is seen down by the wharf, who knows, and also whether or not you can still hear the mill working on a misty night out here. It's never been reported, but then again, who knows, you could investigate it yourself. So yeah, but I think I might investigate at some point, might try the wharf out, give that a go and see what comes up. But anyway, I hope you've liked it all. Sort of an introduction to the history of my little part of New Zealand, and hopefully we'll speak to you again. So, ta-ra me babbers.